Showcase your content and become a YouTube director today on Call for Help.
It's time once again, ladies and gentlemen, for that show, that wonderful show that helps you understand technology. We call it Call for Help, because most people, when they're faced with technology, go, help! But really, we can help you. We can help you understand it, help you use it, help you use it to change your life, to make a big difference. This is episode 433. Holy cow. Amber MacArthur, my good friend, good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yes. Today you're going to talk about YouTube?
Yeah, I'm going to be talking about YouTube. We reviewed YouTube probably almost a year ago now, and it wasn't that popular.
Take credit.
No,
credit where credit's due. I think you were one of the very first people to even mention YouTube. It had just started when you mentioned it.
Yeah, it really just started. It wasn't that popular, and now obviously it's really, really popular.
100 million videos a day.
I know, it's unbelievable. They have so many videos on there, and so what we're going to do now is going to look at YouTube Directors. So it's a place where you can go if you're actually producing a video that's longer than 10 minutes, and you want to have more options in terms of putting it online and offering it up online.
It's interesting that YouTube, while there are many sites that do that kind of thing, there's something about YouTube it just caught on.
It's sticky.
Pardon me?
It's sticky.
Okay.
What did
I don't know. What does that mean?
It just means it's sticky. They're saying parts
People
of it.
stay there.
Yeah, they stay there because there's lots of really good features on it.
I thought I had something on my face. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what they call a website
site.
that people don't leave.
Yeah.
But why would that be more sticky than Rever? Or there's a dozen other sites that do that.
I think it's ease of use.
Is that it?
I think so.
Good. Well, we'll take a look at that. Coming up, Mike Lazazara. We don't know what he's doing, but it's going to be good. And Wes Tobler, who is, I swear to God, that's what it says. We don't know what he's doing, but it's going to be good. What are you going to be doing?
How to pick a good web.
How to pick a good web.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, this is a good one. And in fact, I'm really interested in this, yeah. And Wes Tobler is also here from Hack 5. He's going to show you how to, we talk about these new things, these called network attached storage servers. These are big hard drives that aren't really computers, but they plug into your network so you can use them to save video or audio, kind of a central server for that, or a good backup server for all your systems. They're called network attached storage, and you don't have to go out and buy a really expensive one. You can make one on your own. Wes will show us how to do that. Before we do anything else, though, let us answer a call for help.
All right, we have Cordell in line from California. What town is that, Leo? I'm going to make you say it.
You don't know how to say that?
I don't know what town it is.
Antioch, isn't it, Cordell?
I'm not from California.
Antioch. I know, and you asked me how to say Etobicoke, and I will get it all wrong, so there you go. Hello, Cordell.
Hey, Leo.
How are you?
Good. Hey, Amber.
Hey there.
I know where Antioch is because it's in the Bay Area. It's very near where I live.
Yeah, that's right. It's, I guess it's far East Bay, Contra Costa County.
Yeah, Contra Costa County. So what can I do for you, Cordell?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I really love the show. I've been watching it a little bit before you guys actually were taking off G4, in the States.
You missed,
and
you
really
missed
wasn't
6
very
years.
happy about that.
You missed 6 years of goodness. You caught us at the tail end. But hey, the good news is we came to Canada. We produce it now in Canada. It's aired in Australia, and you can buy it on Google in the U.S. for 99 cents an episode. So everybody's happy. And I'll tell you one thing.
I really also hate what they did to the screensavers as well.
I know. I'll tell you, but you got to admit, Cordell, I never had a host quite as wonderful as Amber MacArthur working with me. And I had some great hosts working with me.
Thanks, Leo.
I have to say, in many ways, this has been a great upgrade. We've got great people like Sean Carruthers and Mike Lazazara, and a great team behind the scenes. So I'll be honest, I love Tech TV, but we're still doing it, and that's what's great from my point of view.
And I also want to mention that, often when coworkers and friends ask me, they usually ask me tech questions. Most of the time, my response starts with, well, I actually saw this segment on Call for Help.
I love it. Cordell, you're my guy. You're my guy. Well, what can I do for you?
Okay, so my question is, the one that I sent in was prompted really by a question that an ex-coworker actually emailed me about sending home movies that she put on DVD, and she wanted to send those to relatives in Hungary.
Yes.
And I know in other parts of the world, they have different region settings for their DVDs, like in Asia and in Europe, maybe region 2 or 3 or 4, whatever.
Right.
My wife sometimes buys DVD movies, and they're region 2 or 3.
Right.
But we can play them because she hacked one of our cheap DVD players, so it's like region 3 now.
Your wife's a hacker. I love it. That's great. Yeah,
I was
so
very proud of her, yeah.
this whole idea was designed by the motion picture industry, yet another scheme foisted on us to protect their profits. And here's the deal, and it actually is less important of a deal now, but in the old days, it still happens, but it happens less. In the old days, they'd release a movie in the United States. You'd all go pay your $20 to see it at the movie theater. Then a few months later, they'd release a DVD. The problem is that DVD is now out in the United States. They're still releasing it theatrically in other countries around the world. So their great fear was they won't get the box office. You know, they like that double dip where they get a little box office, a little DVD action. They're afraid that you're going to buy the DVD in France, and so when it comes out in the theaters, you won't go see it. So they added this thing called region encoding, and they're actually a total of 9 regions. And the regions were designed to protect box office profits. So region 1 is North America, USA, and Canada. Region 2 is Japan, Europe. That's where Hungary is, of course. Region 3 is Asia. Region 4 is Australia, New Zealand, and some parts of Latin America, but not Mexico. It's kind of confusing. Region 5, I guess that's where Hungary is Eastern Europe, so that's where Region 5. Region 6, China. They don't currently use 7. Region 8 is cruise ships and airliners. There's an interesting code. And here's the one you want, Cordell. Region 0. That's region all. It means the discs can be played anywhere. And so you might be tempted, you're making a disc for Hungary, to say, well, I'm going to do region 5 because that's the Eastern European encoding. But any DVD player, Hungarian or your home player or in Greenland, can play a region 0 disc. So when you're asked what region to encode it in, because it's not a commercial disc, it doesn't have any encoding, right? It's home movies, right?
Right.
Right. You don't have any encoding, so there's no requirement that you adhere to their scheme. So just say region 0. Sometimes it's called region all. The only thing then you have to worry about is PAL versus NTSC. And I don't know. I think Hungary's PAL, isn't it? I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but I was just wondering if, because I didn't see, like I use Nero usually to burn my DVDs.
It should give you a no region encoding choice.
Okay, I couldn't find where
okay. Well, if it doesn't say none, then look for region 0 because that's the same as none.
Okay.
See if it has a 0. If it doesn't have if it doesn't have any choice, don't stop using it. I mean, I like Nero. Nero is a great program. I'd be very surprised if they didn't give you a no region encoding choice. But if they don't, then that's a bad program to use. You should use something else to burn your DVDs.
Is there actually a way to say I already had a disc burned and it was encoded as region 1? Is there something that could convert it?
No, but you can, as your wife has done, remove the region protection from a player. There's programs that can do it on the computer, and it's a little harder to do on a standalone DVD player. You'd have to do some research on the web for a particular brand and see. Many brands, believe it or not, have backdoor codes that you can enter through remote controls to turn off or change the region encoding. But there's no way to change the disc once it's burned. All you can do is rip it, put it back on the computer, burn it again with no region encoding.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
What I thought.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck with that. There's no way to reverse that now once you put it on the disk. It's actually part of the data on the disk. All right, okay. Cordell. Say hi to all my friends in Antioch, and thank you for the PR. We really appreciate your telling the world about Call for Help.
All right, can I get an autographed picture of you guys?
I believe we can do that. Hang on the line so we can get your address, and we'll send you some.
All right.
Hey, thanks for the call. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
What is the most important thing to do with your computer? Back up! Everyone knows you got to back up your important documents. The problem is remembering to do it. Hack 5's Wes Tobler is kind of like